Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of 2Tall Podcast with DNQ. I am your host, 2Tall Hall, Derek J. Hall. I am happy to be here with a brand new episode. And before we get started, yes, that is my curtain. I am having technical difficulties where I am not able to use my laptop and get the background going. So I'm on my phone. But instead of whining and bitching and delaying an episode, I thought I'd prevail. I'll keep pushing through. The show must go on. The show must go on. And we have so much to talk about. We have 2 Mondays left. Next Monday will be the last Monday of Pride Month. So we are going to push through. We are going to prevail. Just how Trump is trying to get rid of LGBTQ rights. We are going to keep pushing through, and we are going to keep prevailing. All right? Of course, I can't do this show without my good friend over here, Mr. Quentin. How you doing?
Hey everybody. Hey, I'm good.
I know
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm on my phone. Got a squink, but you got some cheetah prints on?
I do, yes. Got on my cheetah print. I don't know why. I just felt like a cat today, so I don't know.
All right, cool. Well, tonight's going to be a good one. We're going to be talking about why our Black prides abide. I have always, when I came out around 16, I have always heard about pride. But then I heard about all these other different prides, mainly I heard more about Black pride and the Black pride in DC, Black pride in Atlanta, Black pride here in New York. I think they do one in Texas. There was a post I saw on Instagram with this dude commenting and saying, "Why do Black people have so many Black prides?" And his response was to get away from the white people. I was like, whoa. But it's true. I feel like white people try to take so much of what Black people want to do. For example, let's run it back to last week. We were talking with our good friend Marlon, the host of the Too Tall, the Don't Get Me Started podcast. I was telling them the BLK app. There's too many white people on there. It's not really BLK. It's like an Oreo on there because there's more white people than Black people on there. So it's like anything cool, calm, and stylish, Black people always have to be the second fiddle because white people are going to try to take it and in their opinion try to make it better. But I feel like Black pride is a real good movement. I have been to one Black pride in Texas when I was out in Dallas a couple years back. They had a good vibe and good energy. It's something about Black people just coming together and just being accepted, because sometimes it's hard to be Black and be accepted by other cultures because, especially from white people, because I told you a while back in our episode, white men love to fetishize Black men. They truly do. They love to fetishize a Black man and everything. But we're going to dive into that. But what's your thoughts on Black pride and why you think it's so popular?
First of all, Black people, we set the tone for everything. We are the culture. Anything when it comes to food, music, entertainment, like sports, anything, Black people is where it's at. If you look around the world in other countries, I saw the other day a video in Sweden. They had a Swedish gospel choir, all people in Sweden, and they were singing gospel. They sounded good. I'm gonna give them that. But where did it come from? Black people, that's gospel. You know what I mean? Like, we set the tone around the world. We are just that. And so I think for us with gay Black pride is we have to have our own, because I like the big pride celebration. It's fun. It's cool. Yeah. But it's a difference when we have our own Black gay pride, because then it's like you're with your people and we can all come together, because sometimes there is racism in the greater gay community from white people, not just white people, but from white people. And so it's just good to be with your people and be yourself, and we can focus on our plight in life. Yeah, that's why it's important.
I agree. I remember. I know this year. I got to figure out when, because I would love for us to go. Soul Summit's coming up. I've been to Soul Summit before. You been there?
I have. Soul
Yeah.
Summit is the best.
All right, calm down.
It is though.
It is though. When I first went, um, I was like, "Whoa!" A lot of dudes that I talked to on Jacked or met in bars are here. Everybody and their mama or their father, for that matter, is there. It was just a bunch of black queer men, gay men, and I was like, "Wow." Yes, there was a little bit of women's there. There was a little bit of white people, but there was more gay men there. I did some research. It started off with everybody thing and the white people thing. Black people took it away. Not took it away, but we just showed up in record numbers and said, "Hey, you guys are doing it good, but we're going to lock in. We're going to show up, and we're going to show you how it's done." And over the years, because when I go this year, would be my third time going, it's been always a treat. It's been a vibe. Yeah, you got all these, despite how, because I'm always a big advocate of that. Just because you have a good looking body doesn't mean you're the man. But thick dudes and skinny dudes, black, of all shapes and colors, but they're all black and they're representing, they're having a good time. Because I feel it's a safe space. Black Pride is supposed to be a safe space where our people can come and have a good time, and just show up and show out. But then I look at, some of the negative people are, why are white people threatened that there's so many Black Prides across the country? Do you feel Black Pride is just more stronger movement than a white pride? I mean, do they even have, like, would you call it the big parade that's supposed to happen next week a white pride? And the people are like saying, why aren't there any Asian pride, any white pride? Like, I don't want to, anybody can do their own thing, but why can't we just be over here minding our business, sipping our water, having a good time, and everything has to be negative? If other cultures want to have their own pride, go for it. But why are the white people crapping on it?
First of all, you know what? I don't think a lot of white people know about Black Pride, to be honest with you.
Really?
Like Black Gay Pride. I think most of them know about the big celebration, that everybody's a part of. But I honestly don't think a lot of white people know about Black Pride. I think they only know if they're like in the mixed in with the black community kind of thing, or maybe they date black people or something like that. But other than that, I don't think it's even on their radar. But the ones that do have an issue with it, I think it's just because, we can't ever have anything that's just ours and then without having people get upset. Well, why do y'all need your own this or that? Or because we want to be with our people. And I think that's perfectly fine. And I participate in the big gay pride, but it's different when you're at the Black Gay Pride. And then as far as like Asian or anybody else having their own, they can have their own too. They just got to organize it. I don't have a problem with that either. Do your own thing too. That's fine. But we have our own, because sometimes we have to just carve out our own lane as Black people in this country, because we've spent so much of our time, well, it's just ingrained in us to try to have to assimilate into white culture. It's been that way since we were brought over here, that we have to be like Europeanized, like we got to be like white people. And it's good to sometimes just be with your own people, and you don't have to do all that, and don't have to do all that code switching, and just be your Black self with your Black people doing Black things, and don't have to explain it to anybody.
Define pride, Black pride, in one word.
Oh, wow. One word? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'm gonna say unicorn, but I also have to explain why.
Please do.
So, James Baldwin, am I talking about James Baldwin? Is one of my favorite writers and things like that. But he also had this statement, and I'm going to misquote it, but basically he was saying that as a black person who is also a queer person, we are kind of like unicorns. He didn't say unicorn. I think he said something like we are our own thing because to be black in this country and to also be queer in this country, we're like magical. You know what I mean? Like being black, we're already magical. And then with the queerness on top of it, like we are very unique. We're our own entity and we have so much ability and power and creativity. There, there's no other like us. And the first time I read that, I was like, wow, because I spent so much of my life being ashamed of who I was. And then to hear this black man say that, I was like, he's right. Like we are fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Unapologetic. I say that because you have, and we'll dive into this next week. We're going to talk about where do we go from here once Pride is over. What are we fighting for still? But we'll talk about that next week with my friend Brandon when he comes on. But unapologetic because we are each Pride, no matter the city, no matter the state, we are making a statement that we're here. We're here to have a good time. We're here to enjoy our lives. You can watch. You can join. You can respect our skin colors. You can respect our life choices. You can respect our sexuality. But we're not going nowhere. We're getting stronger and stronger. And that's not just gay black men. That's black people in general. But we're going to stay with the black gay people. And the fact that we're making noise every June, every year, every time summer comes around, and it pisses them off, we're not trying to piss them off, but we're trying to live our lives, and we're trying to be in a community. Yeah, we don't always get it right. Sometimes it be your own people that will take you down, or black people will be the quick to turn on each other and stuff. But when we do get it right, we come together as a community and we fight for each other and we love one another. And that's what Pride to me is. Black Pride is a bunch of unapologetic men and women and trans just enjoying each other's life and enjoying each other's loving one another, not caring who knows about it, who's watching, and it's just a vibe. It's a real vibe. I went to Brooklyn Pride last week with our honorary co-host Kim. And we had a good time. It was a mixture. We went to Prospect Park Slope, I think it was. Yeah. There was a lot of white people out there. I thought, because anybody knows I love Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn men. I love Brooklyn vibes. So I thought it'd be more black people out there. It was a mixture, but it was still a good vibe. White people teaming up with the black people to have a good time and vibe out to some music. But it felt good. The vibe felt good. And, I've been to DC Pride. DC Pride is real. DC Black Pride out there is really good as well. When I go out to Houston, I heard there's a spot, a little area called a neighborhood. You heard of that?
I have my old college roommate actually is from Houston, so
Okay.
yeah.
What can I expect? And when's the last time you went to a Black Pride? So answer both of those questions.
Uh, well, what you can expect, I haven't actually been to
Hmm.
neighborhood, but like most cities have a neighborhood. It's like where a bunch of gay bars or things are set up, and a lot of gay people congregate. That's usually what a neighborhood is. Um, so I'm sure it'll just be a lot of fun. And Houston is a super black city, so you
Yeah, I
know,
heard that too. Yeah.
so there's that. But the other question, when was the last time I went to a gay pride? I think it was a couple years
Black
ago.
Pride. Black Pride.
Yeah, yeah, a couple years ago. Because the ones, most cities have their official black pride like separate from the gay pride, like the big main one. Like here in New York, June is Pride Month, but the actual Black Gay Pride is in August, like the end of August, mid or late August or whatever,
Really?
with all their events. So it's like completely separate.
We'll probably check that out then. Like I said,
Yeah, for
I'm a
sure.
boring gay. I don't know the intel because I didn't even know each borough here in the city does a pride. Like the
hmm
21st, I think next Sunday. Um, um, well, this is recorded. You know, this is technically Monday, but
Right.
yesterday should have been Black Pride because they do theirs on June 21st. Not even Black Pride; it's just regular Pride because I didn't know each borough does like Bronx Pride, Brooklyn Pride, um, Queens Pride. That was fun. I'll never forget that one. But
That's an inside joke, y'all.
inside joke, yeah. And leave a comment. Tell us what what Black Pride you rocked out with. Have you ever been to Chicago's Black Pride? Um, do you even like to go to Black Pride? Are you the type that you accept all colors? Because not everybody wants to do Black Pride. People just forget about the colors of the skin. They just want to go to Pride and have a good time. You know. Yeah, I like Black Pride. So, what would you say is a major difference between regular Pride and Black Pride?
I'd say a major difference is just when black people get together, we are us, doing things we like to do, listening to our kind of music, doing our dances, just being us. And I feel like we need those separate terms. We need to be able to just be us. Because truth of the matter is, even though we are gay men or queer people, lesbians, everybody, we're still also black. And so our existence in this world is a little different than other gay people's because not only like there's that intersectionality, not only do we have to deal with the gay issues, but we also are still black. We deal with the black issues too. And so that's something that other people can't really relate to or understand, and we can. And so I don't know, I think it's just good for us to commune with each other too, because we can understand ourselves on that level.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. For me, the difference is, I feel, I feel the white pride can be a little bit dorky, a little bit corny. But they're themselves. It's light and but Black Pride, something about it's a smooth vibe. It goes down real good, comes out smooth. It's trend setting. It hits different. It hits different, and it's a you know. There's nothing like being around your own community. Even if you're white and you want to be around your own community, that's okay. But when you're in your own community, you feel safe. You know, like when I went to Brooklyn Pride, it was okay to look at, but I saw white people and um, all the energy. I just felt different, even though I have always been the type to. People always make fun of me because I don't have a black card, but I don't mind being around black people because I am black. It's more comfortable, especially of dating black men or women or trans. So yeah, and that's another thing. I think for me, I don't talk enough about black women, black gay women, and trans. There's bisexual people. Their pride isn't just gay men. It's trans. It's bisexual. It's queer. You know, actually, ain't queer and gay the same thing? I was, you know.
No, they're a little different. I mean, you can't. Gay falls under the queer umbrella, but queer can be so many things. I mean, all of the LGBTQ is part of queer. Queer just means different, to be honest.
Got too many
Different
letters.
than the norm.
We got too many
Huh?
letters. There's so many letters. Listen. I'm all
It's a
for.
lot of letters. It's a whole lot of letters.
Let's just tone it down to us. That's US, us. In letters.
It's a lot of letters in there for sure.
LNYNG. My friend, he said that gay people are called the alphabets.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But yeah, I always do that. I do that a lot. I just keep talking about the men because I'm attracted to men. But there's trans out there. There's bisexual people out there, queer, thems and days. Does that fall under the umbrella?
Mm-hmm. All of that.
Pronouns and whatnot. A whole language you have to learn. But yeah, I is there a pride you're looking forward to then? A black pride that's coming up? Looking forward to?
Well, definitely the New York Black Pride in August. That'll be good.
Okay.
Back when I lived in Tennessee, I used to go to Atlanta's Gay Black Pride, which is huge. Huge. People from around the world go to that one. And that was some good times. That was some good times. For real.
Oh man, you're getting more edgier every time we put that camera on. I'd be surprised if you don't have a OnlyFans by now.
Oh my God, I do actually. So my OnlyFans is. I'm saying.
I believed him for a second, people.
You were like, "Oh."
I gotta admit, I believed him for a second. Interesting. But cool. But listen, everybody, whether you're black, you're gay, white, yellow, just learn to have fun, enjoy yourself. You only have one life. Be unapologetic, be who you are. If you want to come out to the cookout, if you want to enjoy the Black Pride, go ahead. Nothing wrong with white and blacks getting together. This is what Martin Luther King is fighting for. He wanted blacks and whites to get together. White people, you gotta stop fetishizing us, though. And black people, you gotta stop letting them call us hung or BBC, and don't get caught up with the white people too much. They'd be like, oh, hit me, yeah, hit me. Bruises and stuff. I don't know. It's been a long day. But all jokes aside, I hope everyone enjoys this week coming up. This is the last full week. Next Monday will be the last Monday for Pride. We'll be talking about pride and advocating. What's the true meaning of pride? Is it just fucking? Is it just turning up, having poppers, fucking bottoms, fucking tops, fucking tops? What is pride and how can we use it on a daily basis to fight for civil rights? How can we use it on a daily basis? And also at the same time, I also want to talk about what does a gay man look like? People assume a gay man is, and I'm not throwing you on the bus, Quentin, but some people outside the culture, outside of the community, think gay men are Quentin because he's feminine, he dresses. Gay can be a masculine man. A gay can be well, and I'm not coming at you, but people have, when I was growing up, I always heard people say gay men are the ones that are like fairies and sweet and stuff, and I don't think so. Gay can be anything. Can be someone who looks masculine, takes dick like a masculine man. Gay can be a masculine woman. Gay can be a butcher queen. So we'll dive into that next week. We're gonna have a guest come on, and then moving forward, we'll be on different subjects. Moving forward, we're gonna be talking immigration. We're gonna be talking, pop culture. We're gonna be talking about music. We're gonna be talking relationship advice again. Ken will be joining us one of these episodes. We're just gonna switch it up because I want people to know, me and Quentin, we're not a gay episode. We're not a gay talk show. We're not a gay podcast. We was just, every now and then we'll talk about it for the month of June. That's what we did. So, straight people, come on, join in, talk about it.
It's definitely been like super gay, although this is Pride Month, but it's been super gay lately. But we are going to talk about other subjects and things that don't have anything to do with this. But also next week, I want to kind of throw into a little bit about how, because the way we view gay here, and when I say here, I mean like America, is one way, but a lot of people don't even know how a lot of the indigenous cultures, like Native Americans and stuff, used to have their own version of that before we got colonized and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And so it's been around for a long time, and it wasn't seen as like a bad thing in the indigenous cultures. They had different names for it and stuff back then. We can get into that.
Yes, we will. Let's go run it back. Let's end Pride Month with a high note with some fun facts,
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about how long you have to wait before you have to clean out and stuff. Nah, we don't want to hear that. Talk about some real fun facts. Yeah. But all right, that sounds good. I hope everybody has an amazing week ahead, and you enjoy the remaining week of Pride, and love one another.
Yes.
Love one another. Be kind to one another.
Yes.
But don't let people take advantage. You smell any doubt that they're trying to take advantage, you cut them. Cut them out of your life. So that's pretty much it. And we'll see you next Monday. Have a good night.
See you next Monday, y'all. Peace.
Hopefully I'll have a background and stuff. So, good night.
Good night.